Yo, what's up guys? You got PokeaimMD here with the Enter Mega Diancie Showdown Live for Pokemon Sun and Moon. Now, I've actually been testing a few Diancie teams because you guys left a lot of them. And the two that ended up doing the best were this Defox Return and this Frubbles team. I mean, the Frubbles team is just bulk with Diancie, so it makes sense with like a Ejectmine Toxapex, with Doug Trio and whatnot. Double trapping for Diancie, which I think is the best way to use it, honestly. I really do. This is probably the most solid one. And Defox Return team is pretty cool with Calm Mind, abusing the new Power Gem, the Diancie, to get Subtaunt, Magma Storm, Chapel Berry, Ferrothorn. Chapel Berry, Ferrothorn, defensive, Rotom Wash, Sash Landers, which is pretty cool, and then Shift Gear, Magearna. The team itself is, it's fun to use and whatnot. I'll probably just be going back and forth between these two teams this live, because like, during testing, the other teams that I were using, I don't know, I kept facing like Pokemon that I just couldn't break with them. Like, I think being able to break Celesteela is a big thing when you're using a Diancie team. And obviously this one has Magnezone and opposing Celesteela and Toxapex. And this one has Rotom and Heatran and even Magearna to annoy it. So we're going to be looking for battles with this. Obviously you guys can leave your thoughts down below on Diancie. I personally think that if Dugtrio ends up getting a suspect test, or if Arena Trap is inevitably banned, Diancie will get a lot better. I think it's going to be great, though. The fact that it doesn't have to run Protect, the fact that it can run Calm Mind, it has Power Gem now to abuse. Diamond Storm got a little boost or buff, too, as well. I think it's going to be really, 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 really fun to use in this meta. But we're facing a really cool team. Very cool. So I definitely like Landers as a lead because it gets up rocks, it's Focus Sash and whatnot. I really like the way my opponent's team looks, by the way. The colors. Hey, the colors and whatnot. Forgot the A, the E. It's alright. Can Diancie win this game? Yeah. You know what else can win this game? Subtaunt, Magma Storm, Toxic Trend. Yeah, that mon goes in this game. Wow, that's funny. Rotom's also really good. I have double Stealth Rock, by the way, if you guys didn't know. I do have double Stealth Rock. And Shift Gear Magearna is alright, I guess. Yeah, it is. So anyway, Focus Sash Lando. I gotta be careful around Tapu Koko if I lose my my Heatran. But Calm Mind Diancie is also really nice in this. The fact that it breaks through a lot of my opponent's team. So at least Koko, he could be Focus Sash, I suppose, or Choice Specs, excuse me. But this is why I am indeed. Focus Sash. So I don't really care as much. We'll go out into Ferrothorn here and just throw off a Toxic. If he wants to Scald Burn me or stay in Scald Burn me, that's fine. He does actually, so I'm able to land, hopefully. Yep, I'm able to land the Toxic on Mantine, which is awesome. And we'll just get up our rocks here as he does go camera up. Now, huge threat. I could also see him Earth Powering here because I do have Heatran as a switch-in. I'm always just going to make the Landers play, though. Always. I don't want him Earth Powering, but at the same time, I do not want him, and he misses Fire Blast on top of that, so that's really unfortunate for my opponent. Well, HP Ice because his, wow. Oh, he predicted me to double. He thought I'd be Scarf. I'll just Earthquake here, though. Yeah, as he goes Mantine. And I can prevent the Defog by booming, but do I care, really? I don't know. I don't know if I care as much. I kind of want to keep Mantine alive, especially because my Stealth Rocker always Stealth Rocks on Mantine, so I really don't mind. And the fact that if he comes in and roosts, he's still taking those 2 turns of poison, and I still get my rocks either way. Yeah, so I think either way, keeping Mantine like that and not booming immediately is the best play. And we can always go Rotom here on the Fire Blast, eat that up, and I'll Pain Split first, because Tangrowth seems most likely, or Clefable, and I don't want to burn at least Clef, but I will burn Tangrowth because if it is the Assault Vest set, if I burn it, it makes Heatran's job that much easier. Obviously, toxing it would also be nice, but burning it means that Earthquake doesn't do much to my Heatran, and we can just Pain Split up here. I kind of expect him to knock or Earthquake. Yep, that has to be Assault Vest if it's running Earthquake and. Yeah, if it's running Earthquake, they're always Assault Vest. So keeping that low is really nice, and then we can just go right out to Ferrothorn. We beat this guy 1v1, unless he's HP Ice, but he shouldn't be HP Ice, I would say. Based on this team's, like the fact that like Zygarde's so annoying. He shouldn't be HP Fire, excuse me. He should be HP Ice is what I'm trying to say. Just gyro ball here. That goes right out to Clef, so it takes a nice little chunk. Magearna can win very, very easily, especially because I'm shift gear flash cannon. I just gotta weaken Camel, obviously. We'll waste a couple soft builds here by going for the gyro ball. I waste just a couple of them. Unfortunately, I cannot toxic him because he's obviously unaware. So I'm not going to use all of mine because I do want some for Coco. Coco is a giant threat to me. Yeah, Coco is a giant threat. So I'll go right to Heatran right here. I expect him to go for another soft bullet. Yep. And what I can do is go for sub on the incoming Mantine or Camerupt. And sub plus taunt prevents the defog and the roost from Mantine. If he goes right for Scald, you know, good play. But if he goes right for the roost this turn, I can then go Rotom and then go for I can go Rotom after, or I can go for Magma Storm and actually beat him down, assuming we connect, which we do not. But the thing is, Poison does put him in range of rocks, so my rocks are going to be here to stay for the majority of the game. So we'll go Rotom now. He can't toxic me. Worst case scenario, he burns me, obviously. And he does get the burn, yep. But Mantine is down, and we don't have to worry about this threat at all. Like, I'm faster than it. I'll always be able to Volt Switch here. And I'll be able to bring out my Landorus right now. And the main reason I'm going Landorus is it threatens Camel. I kind of doubt he go Coco immediately. I doubt he go Coco. I think he'd go Tangrowth if anything. Or Clef. Clef works too. Or just Quake you. Oh, he's Stealth Rock Calm Mind. Okay, that's a little bit, just a little bit annoying. Is booming the play? That's Scarf Landorus though, or Dance Landorus. We'll just keep clicking Earthquake. Waste a couple softballs. Like a turn he chooses to attack me is the turn I'll boom. Like right now, I'll boom. Yeah, I'll go right for the boom right now. And get rid of this Clef. Yep. So we get rid of Clef right there. Beautiful. Gotta be careful about Landers. So we're gonna go. We're actually gonna go out into our Ferrothorn right now because even if he goes Tangrowth, that's fine. I don't want him going Landers. I'm gonna Toxic immediately. He actually U-turns, so perfect because we get off some little bit of chip for my Diancie and my Heatran. I'm a Toxic because if he goes Landers and he tries and sets up on me, it's bad. And if he goes Tangrowth, that's fine. Like he'll always be weakened by the burn. I'll double Toxic here because I think he'd double exactly. Yeah, so he doubles out into Camerupt. I think Calm Mind Diancie can win as well. And so same thing with Shift Gear Magearna. They're all worried about the same Mon though, obviously. Right out to Rotom we go. We take a Fire Blast. Oh wow, I didn't realize how poorly we took it. And Pain Split, even if he stays in, it's fine. If he goes Tangrowth, I obviously get back more HP. And Tangrowth is extremely limited at this point. Extremely limited. Goes Lando, so are you going to go for your Z now, or you just let yourself take Stealth Rock damage for +1 Moonblast? Because that's what I'm thinking right now. I can see him doubling into Tangrowth again, but I'll go for Hydro Pump here anyway. If he goes for U-turn, then it's Choice Scarf confirm. Crits me, unfortunately, but nothing can come in on this Hydro Pump. Like, again, well, assuming it connected, obviously. So it is Scarf Landers confirmed. I want to keep Rotom alive so he can't spam Earthquake. And I think that sub Magma Storm Heatran just wins as well. And we're actually going to make a double out to Diancie. We're going to make a double out to Diancie because I want to use it obviously in this live. So we're going to go directly into Diancie right here on the Camerupt switching. And I'm going to get my kill. I will claim my kill right now. So Power Gem should be able to knock him out. Yeah, Power Gem should be able to knock him out. It is stab, and it also hits Tangrowth for a decent amount, as well as hitting Landorus at the same time, and Coco. I don't want to go for Earth Power when he has Tangrowth and whatnot. Yeah, so this should be able to 2-hit KO Tangrowth pretty easily, and we can just Moonblast in the following turn because it is stronger. So he gives me Tangrowth, nice, so Magearna looking even better as well. Landorus coming out, and it has to go for Earthquake here. We'll go Ferrothorn, though, just in case he doesn't go for Earthquake, but I'm pretty sure he's a Scarf Landorus at this point. We'll sack this and be able to go Rotom after. I should go Rotom right now. Nope. No. I just gotta be able to live. Solely cheater. I just have to be able to live the burn and whatnot, which I do by going right for the pain split. As long as I live burn and rocks, or as long as I live rocks, I'm good. So, like, I live rocks now, which is nice because I'll always be able to come in later on this mon. And He-Ran still lives a hit from Coco. Diancie looking the most expendable, though he'll more than likely go for Fire Blast if anything. Yeah, so it's not necessarily expendable. And again, as long as Rotom can live one hit, we're good. And that's what I need. And Rotom does live rocks, so if he wants to Stone Edge, I go Magearna. He goes Coco here, though. Always. Wait, why? Why Lando? To U-turn? Oh, just the Earthquake. Alright, so that gives me more. That gives me Rotom one more time, and I can Pain Split one more time. Giving me enough HP to take any hit from Coco. Or, excuse me, from Landorus. Or at least forcing it not to go for Earthquake, rather, is what I'm trying to say. Now, this is where I gotta think. Because if he's Gigable Havoc, if he's Z Coco, which he definitely is, I lose. I have to keep Rotom alive 100%. I think the play is to go Heatran and then shift gear up with Magearna. And just hope it's Magnet and not Z. Okay, he went right for the Z, that's fine. Alright, so he went right for the Z, which gives me the shift gear. Do I shift gear? Actually, shift gear is a choke. I should go for Corkscrew Crash. Yeah, shift gear was a choke. I just attack, because what's the point? Like, if he stays in or if he switches out to Landorus, I win anyway. And then I knock out Landorus regardless. So, yeah, I made the correct play. Him going for a Z move immediately, I think kind of screwed him over. If he went for Thunderbolt or Wild Charge first, he was good. But, yep, route to Rotom we go. Unless this wasn't Scarf Landorus, but then are you really running that much speed for Magearna? Yeah, it was Scarf Landorus this entire time, which is what I thought. Good game. So, I mean, Diancie breaking through Tangrowth was nice, and obviously pressuring Camera up a few times. Didn't really get to shine as much in that game, though. Let's go ahead and look for another one with the bulkier team. So we have Z, Groundium, Dougie, with 4 attacks, HP Ice Diancie for lead Lando, Assault Vest, Magnezone, Eject Button, Toxapex with T-Spikes, Fizz Def, Celesteela, and then SD Tapu Bulu. So, like I said, let's go ahead and look for a game, and I'll go back and forth between the teams. So we're facing the team that I used to get top 10 in OU, which is pretty cool. Definitely super cool. I gotta be careful because of Eject Button, Toxapex. So that's annoying. That's very annoying. Thank you, friend. Appreciate that. Celesteela 1v1s like all of this and this. We're gonna lead off with Celesteela because it actually 1v1s the entire team. Very, very easily. I have to try and revenge kill this Dougie, I think. That's going to be tough. Celesteela is the only one that doesn't get trapped. And also stall the turn of Sun. Yeah, he does lead off a Charizard, which is his best play, always. But we will protect here always as well. It's the triple defog squad with AV Tangrowth and Groundium Z Dougie with Eject Button Tapu Fini. So I can see him going Dougie immediately right here. Man. He didn't though, thankfully. Nice. So that's nice. I get to bring in my my Diancie, and he's definitely going Tapu Fini, like always going Tapu Fini right here. You should always go Tapu Fini. So what I want to do is bring in Bulu. Tangrowth is fine as well. Tangrowth is fine as well. Tangrowth is definitely fine, and we'll just SD up. Like, we eat up this hit. If he wants to go Skarmory, that's fine. I don't think you'd risk your Charizard right here, considering you have 0 recovery on it. Obviously, the sun is up, but we're HP Ice on this set. Yeah, doesn't do anything to me. It is Shed Shell, it is Shed Shell, though, on the Skarmory, so that's something to note. So I can't trap it, unfortunately. This Mon puts in so much work versus him, man. Yeah, so we just click Horn Leech here. I just have to be very, very careful because Charizard is a threat. But the fact that Sun is leaving in a turn and I still have my grassy terrain to abuse. It stretched out Toxic Skarmory, which is the problem. I kind of want to Wood Hammer here, but I doubt I do enough for all-out pummeling. And plus, Horn Leech is just so good. Like I'm getting all my recovery back. We'll Wood Hammer right here, just because it should knock out Tangrowth, and that's a problem for my Diancie. So that much I do my. Plus, he doesn't revenge kill me with Dugtrio anyway. He has to go Charizard here. So I'd much rather get rid of that threat and force Charizard in, I guess. I'm always going to make the Toxapex play. I think my play is to risk the speed tie with Dugtrio and trap it with my with my own Dugtrio. I really feel like that's the play. Like I really, really, really feel like that's the play. We're gonna get a Toxapex because I don't think he'd go directly into Dugtrio right there, and this at least gives me my Bulu right now to get some recovery with the grassy terrain. Like you would defog immediately or taunt. Yep, so I get some recovery with grassy terrain. We can force in Skarmory if we want to. I beat that 1v1. Well, I don't beat it 1v1, but breaking it sturdy and the fact that I know its entire set kind of helps. And again, Celesteela just beats his entire team, especially no Tangrowth to click knockoff. I don't have to worry about that Mon. We stall out flamethrowers from Charizard as well. Like I'm trying to play in a sense like this is like Diancie destroys him. Diancie absolutely destroys him. But it's this little thing, and that's the problem with Diancie right now. It's this little thing, man, that's stopping it. This little thing. So obviously protect. I feel like this is the point where you would go out into Dugtrio now, or risk your Dugtrio. So that's why I'm actually going to make the Magnezone double as opposed to going directly into Toxapex. I'd rather lose this Mon and Flash Cannon here just in case he risks Dugtrio for some reason. He shouldn't. But I'd rather... Or Lottie. That's nice too. I do not want him tricking my Celesteela, so I'm just going to stay in. Psyshock or Draco both knock me out, but I'm not gonna risk switching. Especially if he actually ends up going for Psyshock, which is fine, because I know that he is locked into that, so I can go directly into Celesteela and click Leech Seed, get it on the Charizard, which has no recovery, save Magnezone for a turn for basically that turn to knock him out, and I'm trying to get Diancie in. It's tough, man. It's so tough right now to get Diancie in. It really is. It's just the Dugtrio, and that's what I'm trying to say. Like, while I do believe that Diancie is going to be a giant threat in the metagame, when you're fighting eject button waters into Dugtrio always, it just makes it harder. And what I'm actually going to do is not attack. Well, actually, yes, I am going to attack it. I want to get rid of his eject button. That way I can always go Diancie. Yeah, so I'm going to attack him right here. I want to get rid of his eject button. Maybe protect first is the better play, because I get at least a little bit more damage off on Feeny before I attack. I don't mind taking Nature's Madness considering this Mon recovers versus everything anyway. And again, the fact that his Charizard does not have Roost, like, I know the team. It got me the top 10. So one Heavy Slam hit should put him in range of, I'm surprised he's letting this happen. Yeah, good, smart. He doesn't let me waste his eject button. He's very smart about that. But again, once I get rid of Dugtrio, Diancie just goes ham. So we're going to protect, waste some flamethrowers. Sack my Magnezone right here as he goes Tapu Fini. Oh, I didn't even expect this double. But you know what? The fact that he went Tapu Fini first and not Dugtrio says something. So we'll actually go Toxapex here first, because I want to keep Magnezone as fodder, and this allows me to double out into my Bulu on the potential taunt. Nature's Madness, basically just getting some grassy terrain recovery, slowly but surely being able to always come in on even Skarmory. And Skarmory, I always bring out Celesteela, but basically this just gives me just a little bit more recovery every single time, and I get to bring out Celesteela here. I'm not even going Celestial. I'm going Magnezone because he's gonna go Charizard anyway, so I'm gonna have to sack it regardless. But if he goes for Toxic, I get Recovery. Or if he goes for Roost, I know he's not trapped. He knows he's not trapped. He knows Thunderbolt is coming, so I'm actually gonna Flash Cannon him one more time. Even if he stays in, yeah, I'll make it a little bit harder on me. But he's giving me Recovery. Like he has no switch-ins for this Mon. Should I just Volt Switch here? I'm thinking he thinks you can't. You have to know I'm not Choice Lock. Yeah, I don't care. I don't care. This is always a sack versus Charizard anyway. Charizard's almost dead to rocks. So we're Flash Cannon again, because I do not want to go Toxapex and have him go Dug Trio, ever. I don't care if he Flamethrowers. Like he only has 18 of them left. Yep. Nice. Okay, so. It's just that Dug Trio, man. I'm gonna Revenge Trap him. Because he's always going Tapu Fini first. Man, this Dug Trio is so annoying. If I attack him, I lose. I have to go Celesteela here. Keeping Toxapex alive. I want to go Bulu so badly. Alright, so he let me keep it Toxapex. Great. You know that makes it easier. Always Toxapex now. Always. Always. Because now it don't matter. Now it don't matter. It just don't. Okay, so I know Z, if I Scald right here and he goes Toxapex, I'm screwed. Or excuse me, Tapu Fini, I'm screwed. But I kind of want to get rid of it right now. I also kind of just want to make the Bulu double. And he just decided to stay in. Is he defogging? Or that makes sense too. I'm still getting Recovery, but this Mon is annoying. The turn I Scald Fini is the turn that I lose my the turn that I Scald Fini is the turn that I lose Toxapex. And if he goes hard into Duck Trio, I lose Toxapex. It's never a win-win for me. And I always have to double here to Celesteela too. Like, it's never a win for me. But like slowly but surely he's losing Charizard. I'm sorry by the way guys, but I'm trying to play this as strategically as possible. Yeah. Nice. Beautiful. Show me your heavy slam switch-ins. Doesn't matter if he goes Charizard. Charizard is almost dead. I do not want him subbing. Not that he will do any damage to me anyway. But I don't want him subbing. I'm Fizz Def Celesteela too, so I can't even take a hit from Charizard outside of I almost Scalded there too, but it wasn't worth not getting the burn on Dug Trio. Like if I got the burn, great, I beat Dug Trio. But if I didn't get the burn, it's worse for me. And ideally, he goes Fini here and allows me to hit him with the heavy slam. Yeah, he subbed. All right, nice. So now he's in range of Scald, which is what I want. I'm actually gonna risk the Leaf Seed right now because it's not really a risk. It's just sub-toxic Screech Earthquake, so he actually cannot touch me. So even if he goes Charizard here, I Leaf Seed Protect and I beat him 1v1. He should sack Latios, actually. Man, Heavy Slam's the better play. Getting off damage, like versus missing is worse for me. But Dug Trio now is in range of Scald because of the substitute that he went for. It's funny because like that 25% or 24%, I guess, whatever, 100% mattered. So sacks Latios, great. I forced him to sack that, meaning I don't have to lose a Mon right now. Of course, in the Sun, I'm not in range, but always protect on the Flamethrower. Diancie can win in the late game. If I could just trap his Dug Trio with my own, man, that would be so good. He knows I have to make the Toxapex play here, doesn't he? I'll make the Diancie play, though. It's safer. It's not safer, but it gives me this as a switch-in, and there's no way you stay in here. You always go Fini, right? I just don't want to lose this Mon. You always go Fini here. Always. If I was Rock Polish, this would be so much easier because I just Rock Polish up right now. You know what? I've been doubling around way too much. At this point, I don't think being patient is going to win me the game. I don't think so, because eventually he's just gonna get me on a double. Like, it's 50-50s every turn, so eventually he will get me. I'd rather get rid of the eject button on Tapu Fini right now, or catch him on a turn. Like, he's only stayed in with Charizard once to defogged, and I've doubled every single time, and he only has 14 flamethrowers left. Like, eventually he's gonna catch on to this. So I'd rather, like, if I can kill Charizard with Diancie right now, I win. He doesn't have any offensive presence to kill me. Charizard's the only mon that's threatening my team besides Duckshore trapping my Tapu Fini. My Toxapex. And the only reason Duckshore is a problem is because he has this Charizard. So I don't want him doubling. He should always go Tapu Fini. I mean, I do want him doubling ideally, but I don't want him staying in as I go Toxapex, yeah. So I lose my Diancie right here, but that eject button is gone, and I don't gotta worry about that crap anymore. So I don't mind Duckshore revenge killing me. Yeah, I do not mind it, because now he he beats me with that, but yo, it's so tempting just to go Duckshore over and revenge trap him. It is so ridiculously tempting right now. Anyway, Celesteela comes out. He's going to sack Fini. If he subs here, because me getting in Duckshore and getting the Earthquake off on Tapu Fini is ideal for me. He should not sub. I get off a Heavy Slam always, and then he using Charizard. I'm making the Duckshore play. Yeah, you sack Fini here. Nice. So like I said, it's ideal for me that I force him to lose this mon, and then I get this mon in. Like, basically, I either force him to risk the speed tie, which is something it would have came down to anyway, or I force him to go Charizard, which gives me a Toxic on it. Can't this, like, not beat me? What was this say again? Isn't it Toxic Roost? Counter? I swear it was like something like that. Roost, counter, defog, Toxic. Yeah, you can't beat. Hello? Hi. Hello. How are you? I just spam. I Toxic here. And Screech has more PP than like all of Skarmory's attacks. So like I Toxic here. I'll just spam Toxic a couple times. Like if he ever doubles in Charizard, I get him. I'll always spam Toxic. It sucks that I lost my Diancie, but like, you guys understand, like, I think this game was a perfect example of why, like, while Diancie is very, very good and tough to switch into, like, it's really good and tough to switch into, I don't think that it's going to be ridiculous, at least right now, because we currently have this Pokemon around. Okay, I actually have more PP than you, and just Screech alone. I actually have more PP. Like, Screech for some reason has 64 PP. I'll just pause it, guys, until I guess this little... Well, I mean, I'm at Toxic right here. Like, the turn that I get off a Toxic on Charizard is the turn I win. So give me the Toxic at least right now. Because Celesteela wins on its own. But this is why I didn't really want to use this team as much, because it's fatter. But I think it is a great example of a good Diancie team. Just double trap plus Diancie, getting rid of Scizor, getting rid of Celesteela, and getting rid of opposing. Indeed. I win this in the long run. I'm just letting him know anyway. In certain, he loses Duckshore, he can't break the Toxapex. Like, game man, have fun. Yeah, I guess he's gonna forfeit, so I'll say good game for him. Oh, he did forfeit. Alright, I definitely had fun too. I just wish I could have played differently around, or I would have gotten the played right. But let's look for another one. Again, like, this is my genuine opinion on Diancie. I think it's good, but it's not going to be ridiculous right now just due to random Chansey on his team. It's not going to be ridiculous right now just due to the fact that what's available and what's around. Rotom 1v1s his entire team. What the hell? Alright, so we're going to leave Lando because potentially we get a kill on something. Or at least early. I'm actually going to go for Rocks and see if he's max speed. Because if he's not, then I can just boom here and then go Diancie. That's what I am going to do. No defog for you, sir. Hello. They call me Diancie. Hear me roar. Slowbro ain't gonna take this this Moonblast, buddy. Yep. They call me Diancie, hear me roar. These rocks are staying up. Even if he loses, like, his entire team loses to Ferrothorn plus Rotom, with Zapdos being gone. Hear me roar. Directly in the Ferrothorn we go. Even if he doubles, I don't care. The main thing is to keep Zapdos low. I guess you could do that play too. It don't matter. I'm a Toxic here on the Zapdos. Or Slowbro. Oh, great. Nice. So I managed to land a Toxic on Slowbro, and he didn't even go. I don't know why he didn't go out into Zapdos there, but he goes Zapdos now. If he wants to, I have double rock, so I'm not as worried about it. But if he does choose to defog, then obviously I get rid of him, right? So I don't care if he roosts. He actually does choose to defog, so I am able to get rid of Zapdos, and my rocks are gonna come back up. And I'm gonna go. I'm gonna make the. Wow, this team is so weak to switching into Zygarde. I'll make the Diancie play because I can't let Zygarde come in. Like, this thing beats his entire team. Obviously, Greninja can come out now. But I didn't have much for this anyway. We'll make the Rotom play here because Rotom doesn't have offensive switch-ins. He's Protean. Crits me with Protean. Alright, and even if Chansey comes out, I'll Will-O-Wisp. I do not want... Is he just Sash lead? What? Is this the Toxic Spikes with... Yeah. Either he was going to go for T-Spikes there or double into Zygarde. Yep. I had to make this play. The second I saw Taunt, I was like, yeah, double into Zygarde or T-Spike. So we'll go Ferrothorn right here, and we are going to get up rocks. That has to be Sash Gren. It's just this Chansey kind of beats my team, but like, if I manage to Toxic with Ferrothorn, I also win. Would he get a Brox from me? It's okay, I think, if I take one Seismic Toss right here. I can't let him double. It's okay if I take one. And if he softball is great. That's alright to take one. That's still not in range of most of its attacks, if not any of them. So, we'll go Ferrothorn, and what we will do is bring it up our rocks. I guess Chansey's also his rocker. Yeah, go Slowbro. So we're able to get up the double rocks, which is nice. And I can just Leech Seed. If he wants to, if he Scald Burns me, unfortunately. That's unfortunate, obviously. But Leech Seed is better for Greninja. And he doesn't burn me, so I actually don't think it's worth staying in now. The fact that he's Toxic is so good. If I can talk to Chansey as well, that's good for me. So we'll make the Rotom play. I want actually double Toxic. I don't want him going Zygarde. Goes Chansey. That's nice. I will prevent rocks. Actually, I'm gonna go Heron right here because he's already Toxic. I can go Tran. He should get up rocks here. I guess he could softball as well. But if I land the Magma Storm, Chansey's dead, and Diancie just destroys him. So it goes out to Slowbro. Not the best turn for me, obviously. He's probably gonna Scald on my Rotom switch. I do not want him doubling, so I'm gonna make the sub play. Yeah, I still rack up 2 turns of poison. Like if he did again, I wish he didn't have Chansey on his team. I'll make one more sub play. Go Zygarde. Okay, so if he's fast Zygarde with Coil, then it's bad for me. But I have to land this Toxic if anything, and he is fast sub Coil. Crap, man. This thing beats my entire team. I don't have a way of beating. Like, I actually lose to this entire, like, this thing. I straight up lose to it. I mean, he only has 15,000 arrows, but he only needs like 4 of them. So I got up the Gyro Ball damage, which is good for the fact that, or excuse me, the Magma Storm damage, which is good for my Gyro Ball in the back because that means it will break his sub. But it's just, man. It's just not good in the long run. He just wins, I think. I'll attempt to go for Toxic, I guess. But like he does, like this thing takes a Gyro Ball from Ferrothorn. But then again, he's so fast. Maybe he doesn't. Okay, now he definitely doesn't. So I'll take that. I show Toxic, so I feel like he'll sub. Either way, I lose to this, don't I? Unless Magirna eats one hit, which it might. I wish he didn't crit me with this other 1,000 arrows. But then again, the crit is more so... either way, I would lose to this, wouldn't I? Yeah, I can't let him get up a sub. I cannot let him get up a sub. I have way too many, too. Alright, come on, land. Alright, nice, nice. So, I at least landed on him. Not that that's going to make it that much easier to beat him, because it definitely isn't. But I think Rotom can live one hit. And Rotom Pain Splits versus the majority of his team. So I think Rotom can live one hit and knock him out with Hydro Pump. Yeah, because it's not super effective on the first hit. So Rotom can live one and knock him out with Hydro Pump. Or it is super effective on the first hit. Duh, Levitate. It goes through it. Never mind, I just lost. If Magirna ate a hit, then I made the wrong play either way. But I don't think Magirna eats a Choice Band Zygardes. Yeah. Yeah, so this team isn't really doing much for me, unfortunately, and that's game. That Mon in particular, I completely forgot about the fact that Levitate doesn't make a difference. It would be, I would have to be Flying type for it to be neutral, so that was my bad. But yeah, the fact that I couldn't break through that, like Diancie could win again. Like you see how it has the tools, but like Chansey, and that's why Ductro is so good paired with it. I don't know, man. I haven't found a game where Diancie actually does something. We're going to do one more. We'll do one more. And I'm going to attempt to do something with Diancie. Like, here, for example, like, it would be easier for me if my opponent didn't have Celesteela. If I was running the other team, I think this game was over. Because my Zard Y switch-ins don't exist. My Zard X switch-ins are... Like, this is my Zard X answer right here. And in fact, if he leads off with Zard X, I'm exploding immediately. The great thing is, all he has is Celesteela. The bad thing is, Celesteela is all he needs. But, yeah, he knows too. Boy, let off with it. Alright, so that's rocks. Unfortunately, breaks my Sash. But I can go Rotom now and Volt Switch. That does not matter. I always Volt Switch here. I mean, I guess he can make the Zygarde play, but would you risk that on a Will-O-Wisp? I don't think he would. His defogger is Kartana. That's something to know. I don't think it's... It could be Scarf defog Kartana, but it's 100% dark. Kartana is what I'm trying to say. And that's his defogger. Why did he take so long to just click Protect? You didn't know I was going to go for my electric move? So yeah, Clefable. Smart play. This Mon just wins. Flash Cannon first. Yeah. Oh, it actually knocks it out, so I didn't even need it. So he gives me Clefable, which is his rocker. This monster comes out though, and I have to go out into Landorus. If it's Dragonite, I lose too. Oh, thank God. No, it's just the way easier to deal with Choice Band set. Hey. So that's Choice Band. I'm assuming? Maybe it's not. Maybe that is Dragon Dance. I'm offensive, so I'm not 100% sure. But he just loses the Shift Gear Magirna now. Especially because he let me keep my Corkscrew Crash, which I guess it doesn't make a difference in that case. Kind of wish I was Gigavolt Havoc in this game. But he loses to it. He doesn't have a rocker either. And Diancie's looking decent if he lets me... Especially because Diancie comes out now. Hey, how are you? I want to Power Gem so badly, but we'll just Moonblast. I'm not gonna Power Gem versus the biggest threats of my team. Yeah, exactly, yo. If I Power Gem right here, I think he thought I would double and Rotom, but there's literally no point. So Diancie finally gets a kill, and I get to Volt Switch on him every single time. Wouldn't you double here into Kartana, considering Rotom is such an easy switching? I'm gonna Moonblast, yeah. Exactly. Oh, he doubles the Keldeo. That's even better. So nice. Like, I called the double because Rotom's such an easy switch in, and he gives me Scarf Keldeo, which is probably his only way of revenge killing me. I think that was his only way. Good game. All right. So okay, at least I made a call in this game to some sort of retribution for this live for Diancie. Like Diancie got the kill there. We're gonna leave it at that. Anyway, you guys know my thoughts on it. I've said it a lot of times. I feel like the Diancie's a great Pokemon, really hard for teams to switch into, but the fact that Dugtrio is running around just makes it so tough to use. So tough to use. I think team compositions with double trappers are really good for Diancie, just like they've always been. And of course, I do know your thoughts. You guys can leave them down below, and I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye, friends.